Welcome back to Art and Soul, the space where creativity meets consciousness. I'm Tristan, artist, yogi, sound healer, and today the topic is one that has shaped my entire creative life, whether I admitted it or not. Today we're exploring something some artists know but few talk about out loud, the almost supernatural ability to understand what a client, director, or producer wants. Let's get into it. My dad, also an animation artist, used to joke that you had to be a mind reader. He'd say it casually like it was a funny exaggeration, but secretly we both knew he was telling the truth. Because in animation, in design, in any creative industry, people think they're giving you a clear vision, but half the time what they want is a feeling or an emotion or an energy they can't articulate. And somehow we're, as artists, expected to just know. Growing up, I didn't realize everyone has this ability. My dad's aunt was a psychic, openly and professionally. And over time I realized the more you meditate, the stronger it gets. The intuition, the knowing, the ability to sense what someone is envisioning even before they say it. I just happen to take that skill and apply it to art. Here's the secret. Most successful artists, whether they call themselves psychic or not, are energetic translators. We read tone, micro-expressions, hesitations, the way someone describes what they don't like, the feeling behind their words. We sense the vision that's floating behind their eyes. We gather clues from their energy, their excitement, their frustration. We create something that feels like it came directly out of their imagination, even though they never once described it clearly. And they say, "Yes, that's exactly what I meant." And we smile because it wasn't logic, it was intuition. It was psychic work disguised as good listening skills. Over the years, especially through a lot of meditation, yoga, and deep third eye work, my intuitive abilities have gotten stronger. I used to get flashes, images, colors for a sense of direction. Now I just tune in like a radio station and feel what they want. I learned that the more centered I am, the more grounded and present in my body, the clearer the intuitive channel becomes, and the more control I have over it when I use it. When I'm calm, positive, and steady, the information flows, not as noise or overwhelm, but as crystal clarity. Let's talk about how this actually works in the creative world. Here are the intuitive channels most artists use without realizing it. Number 1, claircognizance, clear knowing. You just know what they mean, even when their exclamation is nonsense. 2, clairsentience, clear feeling. You feel the vibe of the project, the tone, the emotional direction, the texture of the world. And 3, clairvoyance, clear seeing. You get flashes, images, colors, compositions before anyone describes them. And 4, empathic tuning. You sense what they're trying to achieve emotionally. Make this scene feel more hopeful, or give this character more heart. This is psychic creativity. It's the invisible skill that makes you valuable, because you're not just drawing, you're interpreting soul-level communication. The hardest part of having psychic gifts? Learning how to direct them, not letting them overwhelm you, not reading people when you don't want to, not absorbing someone else's anxiety or confusion. For me, years of meditation helped, breath work helped, working with the pineal gland, the third eye, helped. But the biggest lesson? Staying centered in my own energy. When I'm grounded, I can tune in or tune out at will. I can sense what's needed without taking on someone's emotional chaos. I can channel their vision without losing my own. This is the skill of a psychic artist, to listen deeply, interpret intuitively, and create from alignment rather than overwhelm. So how does this actually show up in real work? When a director says, I don't know what's wrong, but something feels off, your intuition kicks in. You adjust the pacing or the color tone or the framing, and suddenly the scene works. When a client gives you contradictory notes, you tune into the real desire beneath their words. When a producer can't articulate what they want, you feel their intention instead of relying on their explanation. When a team is confused, you sense the direction that brings clarity and calm. Intuition becomes your superpower. It makes you faster, more accurate, more aligned, more trusted. People don't know how you do it, but they know they want to work with you again. Let's do a short intuitive exercise together. Close your eyes and take a slow breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Bring your awareness to the center of your forehead, the space of the third eye, the space between your eyebrows. Now imagine you're sitting with a client or a director, and they're explaining something, but their words are vague, scattered, incomplete. Instead of trying to analyze, feel. Feel the emotion behind their voice. Feel the imagery behind their energy. Sense the direction the project wants to go. Not from logic, but from intuition. Now ask yourself inwardly, what is the soul of this project trying to express? And notice the first image, the first color, the first feeling that rises. This is your intuitive channel speaking. Trust it, honor it, and use it as a guide in your creative work. Let this vibration open the space between insight and imagination, between creativity and intuition, between you and the visions you bring into form. If you've ever felt like a mind reader in your creative work, you probably are. Not in a spooky or invasive way, but in the intuitive, deeply human, deeply artistic way that allows you to translate energy into imagery. Your psychic gifts are not separate from your art. They are your art. And the more you recognize them, trust them, and learn to guide them, the more powerful your creative presence becomes. Thank you for joining me today. Stay intuitive, stay inspired, and remember, your inner vision is your greatest tool.